Hello everyone and welcome to another day of cooking. Today I'm gonna show you my personal recipe for the Scottish pie. We're gonna use about 1 kilo of grounded beef, about 1 cup of fresh peas, 1 fennel, about 4 carrots, 2 red onions, a little bit of butter, a little bit of tomato paste, salt and a little bit of parmesan. Over here I have 4 potatoes that I have boiled for about 40 minutes and right now they are nice and soft, so I'm gonna use them for the mashed potatoes. So first thing first, we're gonna switch on the fire and add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. At this point we're gonna take the beef and put it in. Now once the beef is in, you need to start crumbling it. Now do you hear that? So this is what you need to hear whenever you are frying meat. Now at this point we're gonna add some salt and give it another gentle mix. So in the meantime that the meat is frying, I'm gonna peel some carrots. In this case I'm using some rainbow carrots. Now we're gonna slice the onion. In this case I'm slicing it in half and then I will make a quick julienne. And I'm gonna do the same with the fennel. First slice it in half and then a nice julienne. Now, I know that some of the ingredients like fennel and corn are not the traditional ingredients for the shepherd's pie, but this is my version and I really enjoy having corn and a little bit of fennel, just to have that licorice freshness and crunchiness. So when the beef is at this point, I'm gonna start adding the vegetables. I'm gonna give it a final mix and then go in with the fennel first. And let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna slice the carrots. The way that I'm slicing the carrots is pretty much random, so I'm just gonna do big chunks, just to have a little bit of crunchy inside. Now, at this point, I'm gonna go in with the red onions. I'm adding quite lots of red onions because I like the flavor of it. Add a last pinch of salt and just give it a good mix. Now at this point I'm gonna add the carrots. And as well give it a nice mix. Tomato paste, just about 3 full teaspoons. And right now I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh thyme. In this case I'm using the lime thyme, which I think is giving a very nice flavor in the end. Just gonna rip it apart a little. At this point, when all the ingredients are nice and fried, it's time to add a little bit of liquid. You can add veggie stock, you can add meat stock. In this case, I'm using just some regular water because I don't want it overpowered in vegetable flavor. Once the liquid is in, you need to let it cook at low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. And make sure to give it a mix every now and then in order not to get it stuck to the bottom. the meantime that our meat is cooking, we're gonna work the potatoes. So over here I have 4 large boiled potatoes that I cooked for about 40 minutes. I'm just gonna take them out of the water, and this is the part where you're gonna cook your fingers, but the end result is gonna be 100% worth it. The potatoes is very important to peel them while they are hot. At this point I'm just gonna burn my fingers a little bit, but it's gonna be a lot easier to peel them. A very simple but super useful trick when you're boiling potatoes is to pre-cut them before you boil them, just in the middle, right here. This is gonna help you out peel them a lot easier, trust me. And you're not gonna burn your fingers as much as I do right now. Now that the potatoes are peeled, I'm just gonna take my potato smasher and just start smashing them. Now, as you can see, they're a little bit dry, but don't worry. It's enough just to add a little knob of butter, probably around 40 grams, and a little bit of heavy cream. Now we're gonna add some salt and a little bit of grated parmesan. Give it a try and see if it's missing anything. Mine in this case is missing a little bit of cream and a little bit more salt. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add some more salt and some cream. When you had finished cooking all of your products, it's finally time to tray it up. This is the way that I trayed it up. In this case, I added at the bottom all the cooked ingredients that I let a little bit runny but not too runny, covered by the potatoes. And just as a final touch, I scraped it with a fork just to give a touch of fanciness and a nice grated of parmesan. And right now that it's ready, I'm gonna bake it for 15 minutes and 220 degrees Celsius. And there we have it. Our shepherd's pie, my way, is ready. Right now, I'm gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes and then we're gonna plate it up. It has been resting for about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna take a serving dish and cut a big chunk out of it. Yeah, oh, look at that. Just make sure to grab some of the sauce as well and some of the vegetables. And right now, as a final touch, I'm gonna add some green cress just to make it look pretty. With a little bit of love and a little bit of work, there you have it, the Scottish pie, my way. Enjoy!